Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today on Ramblings, Trespassers wouldn't leave. And I mean trespassers wouldn't leave. This story, matter of fact, it's really two stories. So pull you up a chair, grab you a cup of coffee, and find out what happened here on the Ridge. It's a tragic tale, it really is. It's a tragic tale. And I kind of even hate to even talk about it. There's two reasons. One, the depravity of people to do this. I just don't understand the mindset. And maybe some of you can have compassion and relate. I really can't. And then the second part of this story is just plain downright nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Kind of like this weather we got right now. It does not know what it wants to do. It is about 34 degrees right now. Supposed to be 60 tomorrow. Crazy. Well, we need it because this stuff is not going away. We've still got inches of this sleet, snow, ice combination all over the ground. The back roads are still terrible. They don't plow here in the counties and out in the country. The state has been given authorization to help the counties out. The northerners that say yes, southerners don't know how to drive in snow and ice, well, you're right for one thing, but they can't understand why it's so bad. It's because we don't have the facilities. There's nobody with a plow on their truck saying, hey, you want us to plow your driveway? You know, up in Connecticut and Vermont and up northeast and northwest, you know, there's somebody with a plow, or the city owns tons of plows, the county and the states. This is just not that way down here. But I digress from the trespasser situation. This weather has just been terrible, terrible, terrible. And about a week ago, right, a few days into this snowstorm, guys, can you believe it's been a week and a half now? Can you believe it's been a week and a half that this stuff has been here in West Tennessee? Ooh, and it's so bright. I'm sorry, I'm squinting. I can barely see you. But about a week ago, we had a trespasser come on the ridge. Unwanted and really a nuisance. We had a pit bull come onto the property, dragging a 20-pound heavy steel chain. It was like 10 foot long, big links. I mean, big, heavy steel links. It was sad. It was sad. And it was going through the property. Grandma Carol saw it come down there. Now, remember, she's got a golden retriever and a Great Pyrenees. And the Great Pyrenees is pretty much an outside dog. When it's extremely cold, she brings Willa in. But she's got a dog Taj Mahal, insulated outbuilding, a shed. It's huge. I mean, it's a full-size shed, like 8 by 10. Insulated, air conditioned in the summertime, doggy door and everything. But she also has Willa, the Great Pyrenees, has a we call it a manger. Meredith and I call it a manger. It's a wooden dog house that Grandma Carol's built. She's lined with straw, and it on the front porch because Willa likes to guard over her domain. And, well, this pit bull dragging the chain comes up, and initially the dogs aren't having too much issue with each other. Well, Grandma Carol calls me to assist because it's a pit bull, right? And I'm a little wary, I come prepared. And you just never know, especially the sweetest pit bull can turn on you in a heartbeat. I know so many people, oh, my pit bull would never do that. My Pitty is just the sweetest little puppy in the world. Okay, believe what you want. Great Pyrenees can maul your face off. A golden retriever can maul your face off, especially little kids and stuff. And I got grandbabies. So you see and this dog was emaciated too. But it's a pit bull though. You know, it had muscles and everything. But it hadn't been fed, and it's dragging this chain around. When Grandma was really concerned that it was going to get the chain hung up in the woods and just sit there and starve to death, or get emaciated and then get taken over by coyotes or bobcat, because we have both here. Vultures come down and pick it while it's, oh, that'd be terrible, terrible death. So she calls, and we go down there to assist, and under supervision, we get the chain off the dog. And we think that, you know, now the dog can run off, and it did, it ran off. We thought, all right, it can go back home. It's got this chain off of it. Well, it shows up the next day. Well, it showed up on my trail cameras all over the place, and I got chickens and I got rabbits, you know, so I'm very concerned about the chickens and the rabbits. It shows up the next day with another dog collar on it, a purple dog collar. It had gone home, and the owner had put a collar on it, and if they attempted to chain it up or rope it up or kennel it up or whatever, it got out again. So once again, this trespassing dog was on the property, and it was kind of scary. Well, with it being so cold last week, I mean, sub-freezing for days, right? Below freezing in the daytime, sub-freezing at night. I mean, zero. Wind chill was just, oh my gosh, wind chill was just terrible. Grandma Carol was pretty, you know, she loves her dogs. So Willow was staying inside during the really, really cold time, and so was Tater, the golden retriever. So the Great Pyrenees and golden retriever. So this trespassing pit bull took up residence on Grandma Carol's front porch in Willow's manger, straw-lined doghouse, and would not leave, and we didn't want to just dispose of it, you know. We wanted to give it a, because we, you know, if it came back with a collar, it means it's a local dog, right? And there's a lot of houses around here with tons of dogs. I mean, and when I say like pit bulls, you know, like 11 of them in little dog houses with 5-foot chains outside, with with puppies running around. Yeah, we have a lot of that. We have a lot of that. So when the weather cleared up a little bit, where, you know, it wasn't so cold, Grandma Carol and I decided, hey Tim, can you take me up and down the roads, and I'll show people pictures of this dog, and we'll find out who owns it, and then we'll get it back to them. And you know, I'll do what Grandma Carol says. My mama, right? My mama says I do. So I picked Grandma Carol up in the Ford F-250, the Beast, put it in 4-wheel drive because the roads are still terrible, and we commenced to going up and down showing people pictures of this pit bull. And we come up to the one house, which we were pretty suspect, you know, that we thought would be the owner. And sure, well, when we pull up, there was a black pit bull on the front porch, not chained up. I was like, ooh, so I got, again, you know, I'm standing by, Grandma Carol's packing, you know, and we talked to the knock on the door. The pit bull ran off to the side of the house, so that was good. The owner comes out, and Grandma Carol shows a picture of this pitty, and he's like, yeah. Came back, you know. I said, well, we want to get it back to its home, and he said, well, yeah, you can bring it back, and it's got a dog house, it's got you know, straw, it's got all that. Okay. So we go back to the ridge, and again, it's warmed up, but it's not. It's still, was it 37 maybe? We get the side-by-side, the Kubota side-by-side, and he gives Grandma Carol a leash to put around the dog's neck and attach it to the purple collar. And I grab the chain, and I throw the chain, that big, giant, heavy heavy chain. I throw it on the Kubota, and she gets the dog because it was on our front porch. And luckily, you know, it was acting pretty nice, pretty nice. I was trying to stay away from it too much because you know how with men. And so I'm driving the Kubota side by side. Grandma Carol's in the passenger. The dog's in between us. And we drive down off the ridge, down the road, and we pull in the snow. You know, we pull into the snow. And we give the guy the dog, and she's, oh, yeah. Take care of it and everything. So we thought the story would be over there. Well, we drive by again later, and the dog is chained with the big heavy chain on the front porch. Now, on the front porch, there's no doghouse. And it was 20 that night, 20 degrees that night. Chained on the front porch, and but it was there, okay? Came back, drove by today. On the front porch is not this blue and white pit. It's the black pit with 2 puppies roaming free. So there's at least 2 puppies and this black pit on the front porch, and the blue and white pit, the trespasser on the ridge, nowhere to be found. It's not at Grandma's right now, not at my chickens, not at my rabbits, but it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. Now, you say, well, why didn't you call the dog catcher? Well, Grandma Carol originally had called when we were still trying to find, didn't know who the owner was. She called the county. The sheriff's department takes care of, animal control here. And he said, due to the inclement weather, they were not allowed to go out. They were not allowed to ride the back roads. He could not come to our property and assist with this trespasser. And it is what it is. So after we gave the dog back, she contacted him and said, hey, the dog's been returned to its owner, and gave the address and also what we saw, upon subsequent passings. So that's probably going to happen again. But guys, I got a worse trespasser story, and this one gets downright nasty. So if you're eating, you may want to put your food away. And if you have a squeamish stomach, you may not want to listen to this part of the story, because it does get kind of nasty. I was sitting in the Ridge crib, my little 18-foot camper trailer back there. That's what I'm living in while I'm building this house right here. And I heard a noise. The furnace, I got a propane furnace. The blower came on, it lit, and then shortly after it came on, I'm laying on the couch watching TV, and I hear I'm like, ooh, it's like a dirt dauber nest came off and hit the fan blade on the blower. You know if you've heard that in camper air conditioners, and stuff you haven't used in a while. But I've been using this one because it's deep in winter, right? And a little while later, I hear in the fan. I'm like, what the heck? So I get my screwdriver out, got my Leatherman, and I take the cover off the furnace, and the furnace is still running. And I look in there, and lo and behold, there's a mouse laying feet up in the air right in front of the blower. And then I got my flashlight, right? I'm looking at, and then I see 2 little beady eyes looking right at me, another live mouse. I'm like, oh my goodness. And it's way back up in there. The furnace is running. So I turn the furnace off. And, I'm sitting there and I'm shining the flashlight in there. And I'm like, I don't want mice in the camper. I just don't want mice in the camper. They're nasty creatures, nasty. So I end up having to run down to Grandma Carol's to get a coat hanger, because I just couldn't get, those little tight spaces. So I get the coat hanger, come back, get the coat hanger, and I get it all straightened out, and I get in there and I pull the dead mouse out. Set it off to the side. Nasty. And the live mouse was gone. The live mouse was gone. Which I thought about, figured out some way to kill it, but, I'm not going to pew it and poke a hole in my gas line. Right? So about 5 days go by. I'm sitting in the camper and I'm smelling something. What is that smell? And right off the bat, I think it's the black water tank to the camper had froze and bust under the camper. It burst a line or burst the tank because it smelled. So I went outside. I got underpinning all around the camper, pulled it back, smelled and everything, looked under there. No, everything was still intact. Went back in the camper and I looked all around the toilet and everything. And I got mouse traps. I put mouse traps out everywhere, And I checked all the mouse traps. Mouse traps were not, hadn't captured anything. And so then I started pulling things out of cabinets and did a little spring cleaning or winter cleaning, cleaned all the cabinets out and saw evidence of mice, but no stinky mouse. Then I remembered the furnace. Got my Leatherman out, pulled the cover off the furnace. There were lots of dead mice in there. I mean, a whole family of dead mice. I'm like, and they were right where those other two were, right? So they were not there before. And the camper furnace is only about this big. It's just a little bitty insert, under the sink, and natural gas comes in, lights a little burner, blower, blows the hot air. A little bitty furnace. So I got my coat hanger still left over. And put a little paper towel out on the ground, lay down, got my flashlight, and I commenced to, this guy's, viewer discretion is advised. I start pulling on these mice, and they're not very big mice. And I pull on this one, I get the little hook on it, and I pull, and it pulls in half. It pulled in half. So apparently, I don't know if the heat killed them, because these didn't look like they had been caught by the fan or anything. I don't know if the heat had killed them or something, or what. But whenever, they just got to the point where they started smelling, right? So when I pulled, it pulled apart. Oh, and everything came out. So I put it all, get that one. I look back here, and of course, there's another one. I pull, and I pull. Flippity doodah, and I pulled, and there's another one. And then I was like, what is that? There was the mama, the big old pack rat or whatever it was. Oh my gosh. And it did not want to come out. I mean, it was deceased. I'll tell you, these were all deceased. I didn't partake in the putting out to pasture these mice, pack rats, whatever they were. But this gal, she was huge. So I had to double up, got my thing, stick it in there. It was so nasty. Oh, wrap it all up, go just take care of it in the woods, I didn't want to put it in the trash. Oh, so then I get some bleach on some wipes and I stick my clean up in there as best I can. I clean the floor off, and then I wash my hands about 100 times. And then, of course, it started getting cold in the camper. So I turned the heater back on. As soon as the heater came back on, the smell was horrible, horrible. Oh, because everything had fallen apart that I couldn't reach, and everything was up in there. So I opened the door to the camper, and it got the gas heat on full blast, and it was terrible. It was terrible. These trespassing animals, where they're not wanted, coming into and on your property, has got to stop. from dogs to mice to, oh, nasty, nasty. So I ran out of propane because I had the door open and the furnace going, trying to air it out. But luckily I just went to the Tractor Supply the other day and got my 2 things of propane. So I had 2 new tanks of propane. Got those 2 tanks put off, got the new tanks put on. 48 degrees inside the camper. But it stinks so bad. It just stinks so bad. But so now I just gotta wait. I just gotta play that waiting game. Wait for everything to dry up, and I'll pull the cover off again to make sure, if some were hiding up in there, I don't want to have to disconnect the gas line and pull everything out. Oh my gosh, I don't want to do that. What would you do? Would you disconnect the gas line and pull the whole furnace out and do a visual inspection, or would you? I've done a visual from what I can see with the cover off, or would you just let time do its thing? Whew. Whew. I mean, it's nasty. It's nasty. But I fully expect Pitbull to return. Probably more now that those puppies are running around, right? Not chained. That black one could come up there. Fully expect more mice to come in when the weather's like this. I mean, do you blame them? It's normally pretty warm in the camper. And that furnace was a good warm place. A little bit too warm. So I don't blame them I don't blame the dogs. I don't blame the mice, but you gots to go. You can't stay here. Whew. All right, guys, I'm going to get back to work. I've got things to build on the ridge. Hopefully you enjoyed today's trespassing story, nastiness. I mean, if you enjoyed the nastiness, there's something a little wrong with you. I didn't enjoy it, that's for sure. But if you did, like, share, and subscribe. It's always 100% free. Hit that notification bell right down there to be notified anytime a new video comes out. I've got RidgeLife Ramblings, this channel, RidgeLife's reviews and how-tos, and I do appreciate you visiting all those channels. Find out what works for you. Gotta be something on one of those channels. Guys, and if you have a hype on a mobile device, that's something new, hit it. I do appreciate it. I think you get 3 a week. So guys, love every single one of you. Until next time, hope everyone has a blessed day, and keep rambling and go Ridge Life. Woo!